Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Pretty face like that, I can't be mad at you. An independent woman with an attitude. I can give you what you want, but you don't really need it, cause you never want for nothing. So it wouldn't be wrong to ask you to my place. If you tell me that you can't, then baby, it's okay.
Hey, I'm Shari Franklin, and welcome to Crimes to Remember. Oh my goodness, y'all are hysterical. They were making me laugh before we started, so this is how we're starting off the day already. And of course, I got my co-host, Denny Live. Denny Live, say something.
Yes, it's Denny Live, Crimes to Remember, and I'm so happy to be here because I'm looking for another job.
You know what? He finally got the title right, because Neil knows we're about to have him in trouble for that. Messing up like he lost his mind.
Right.
So today, of course, you know, we're always trying to bring you different stories. Today, don't get me wrong, he was notorious. It's just that he did way too much, I feel like, to even cover, because he was just ridiculous. John Wayne Gacy is who we're talking about today. Serial killer. He was notorious. His crime span lasted from 1967 to 1978. And of course, he ended up being convicted of 33 murders. Now, that's very rare because normally, you know, you have serial killers where they'll convict them on like 4 or 5 crimes or whatever, knowing they might have killed 9 or 10, but as long as they were able to get the death penalty or a life sentence with no parole, they're satisfied and they figure, why waste taxpayers' dollars to keep doing more trials, especially when criminals have done them in different states. Well, John Wayne Gacy made it easy for him. He was like, I'm gonna make sure I contain everything within this one realm in order to get 33 charges. And of course, just because you get them charged and you know the murders, in the end result, it was more.
So,
it was more.
You're saying he planned it out for conveniency purposes? I'm going to do these 33 killings so that I can get charged for all of them.
Right, listen, you would think you would, because I don't understand why you would keep this many bodies in one vicinity. Like, that's the part with him, though, the way he maneuvered was crazy. Now, when it comes to John Wayne Gacy, he was born March 17th, 1942, and it was in Chicago. And he was born to a blue-collar family, normal family. The only problem was, though, that they realized that he started to have, like, a fixation as far as, like, in his Satanism and,
Satanism?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had a fixation into that. He had a growing tendency, and he exhibited signs of it as he was growing up. So they did notice that. Another thing, too, though, that, I mean, you have to take into consideration also was Gacy, when he was like 14, he was hit in the head with a swing and knocked unconscious. He ended up getting epilepsy. He ended up having seizures. He would black out a lot. So that was something that he dealt with as he was growing up as a teenager, too.
I didn't know that.
Right. So then, I mean, those things, you know, you have to think about things like that because you have to be mindful of the brain no matter what. Because even when it came to Aaron Hernandez and they did that CAT scan, Aaron Hernandez's CAT scan was the worst they had ever seen out of a football player that has been recorded to history. So whether he did it or not, we won't speak on. But the thing is, I don't feel he did. But the thing is, you still have to take those things in consideration, those injuries, because those head injuries can definitely play a factor. I mean, the mind is a powerful thing, so it makes a big difference. Another thing, too, is in 1968 is when he got his first conviction because he had sodomized a 16-year-old boy who was the son of a state representative. And
John Wayne Gacy did this?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
68, right. So see,
I didn't know that.
Some people don't understand the start of him because his span was long. So people just look at it like, oh, all these bodies should. No. John Wayne Gacy was the best that done it because his span was long and the way he politicked and he maneuvered was ridiculous. So 68, he's going to catch that charge, right? Okay. So now the charge for sodomy against a 16-year-old, he's going to get 10 years. That's what you think is going to happen. Right. He goes into a men's reformatory. He ends up cooking and being a chef there, working. And while he's there, he convinces them, I'm so sorry. He convinces them he was framed. They're just trying to say this, you know, it was consensual and he wanted to be with me. And then, of course, because they're just trying to take me down, they wanted him to turn it around and make it seem like I did something to him. Take you down. Okay. Right. He always wanted to run a show. So that being said, he's in a reformatory. He ends up only serving 18 months.
What?
Listen, he had the gift of gab. He convinced them. They're setting me up. He politicked with them. They were like, he had good behavior. He's such a good model, good role model in here. Like, he deserves his freedom. Okay, he gets out. Fine. So the one thing is, his sister had stated initially, because for the reformatory, she stated initially that that's when she noticed him change when he went to go to the reformatory, when he went to go to Iowa, which was in 1966. He went to Iowa. He had married his first wife, Marlon. Marlon and him would switch partners regularly, yes.
I didn't know none of that.
Yep.
I watched documentaries on him.
Yep.
I had no idea that he was married that young.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know, and I had no idea that he was sexually involved in sodomizing little boys. I had no idea.
Yep.
I thought he was just killing them.
No, and that's the thing, because like people would be like, "Oh, he's gay," and he'd be like, "No, I'm not gay." The first thing he'd always say, "I'm not gay." He was like, "I'm bisexual." He said, and secondly, I married 2 women and had 2 kids, so you already know how I'm built. As if it was to say he's more heterosexual than he is to homosexuality with men, which blows your mind.
Blows my mind totally.
Right. So now his first wife, Marlon, and whatnot. So they're in Iowa, and it's 1966. And they would switch partners on a regular basis. But the crazy part was he had joined the Waterloo Chamber of Congress, and it was called the Waterloo JCs. And when he was a chaplain, of course. So as a chaplain, yes, of the Waterloo JCs,
Wow.
as a chaplain, he recruited members, and the members they had were only 150 members. But with him recruiting them, he would use porn and whatnot to recruit these young boys and young men, use the porn, and got the membership from 150 to 400 men. Yes, he was good. Listen, he was always persuasive. He always wanted to run the show, and like I said, Gacy definitely had the gift of gab, so he was very
Shari,
convincing.
I'm going to interject here and say they were stag parties, okay? You know, like back then when guys were, it's just a stag party. Like, you guys are watching porn in the same room together. It's
Right.
creepy.
This brings up another interesting tidbit. What does that mean? Because that's something that I've heard when I was a little boy, sneaking to watch certain things. Stag.
Right.
It's the same thing. What is it? It's like
So typically a male alone looking for a female. So you're going stag to a party, like you don't have a date. And then stag parties became like what we would call like a bachelor party now. Or bachelorette,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Great information there.
And then another thing is, and me and Neil were talking about this earlier, is Gacy's idea was, you going to tell him about his idea as far as...
Oh, yeah.
Right. If you want to make sure you got laid that night.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was like, if there was no female around,
Right.
and you had no female companion, you could just get one of your friends to give you head.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to go
Denny,
without.
you and me go out. We don't meet anybody. No
right.
big deal.
If we don't meet anybody,
we give each
at least
other
one of us could
handies.
benefit.
Yeah.
We give each other head though.
We give each other
I don't think I want to
head.
do that.
Right, thank you. That was
it's not
right.
gay.
Right.
It's
See,
not
that was
gay
Gacy's
at
thing.
all.
That's not gay. It's just that we just didn't have a backup plan. So
Right.
this is our backup plan now.
I've never wanted head that bad.
This is Plan Boy B. Plan B.
Yeah, we're playing boy. Definitely. Wow, that's great.
Yeah, listen,
Yeah, it's
he was
nuts, right?
ridiculous.
Very
So
strange.
with him going to the reformatory, and he did the 18 months, him and his wife, of course, and he leaves Iowa, and then from Iowa he goes back to Chicago, and he moves in with his mother. So he's living with his mother, and there she has a condo. So Gacy convinces her, this condo isn't big enough. I think we should get a house. And she was like, okay, because she always had Gacy's back. She always covered for him and had his back. So they decide, all right, they're going to get a house. And then this is the time where he decides to open up his construction company. They get the house. He opens up a construction company. His mom's, supporting him. She's living with him. I mean, he's living with her. And she's supporting his endeavors. Like, oh, well, help do this. And we sell the condo. Then we get the house. Then we'll be able to do the construction business. So he gets the construction business, PNB Construction. And he ends up meeting his sister Karen has a girlfriend named Carol.
Oh, the current wife.
Right. This is the second wife now. Right. So he gets married a second time. So he wants to live separately. So he puts his mom in another spot and keeps the house. He puts his mom back in a condo, moves to a condo, but he keeps the house with his wife. And then, so he had this guy, he had 2 guys that used to work with him all the time. And it was, what was their names? It was Rossi and, oh my God, I'm trying to think of the other one. Oh, Cram and Rossi. They used to help him out all the time. So as far as with the construction jobs, but this was the kicker. The reason why he was able to start with when it came to men or these boys, he would offer jobs to boys or young men, and then you come to the house to interview, and he would be like, "Oh, I'm offering a job," and blah blah blah, and he, like he's doing a regular interview, and then he would say to you, "Oh, I want to show you this magic trick. Are you like in the magic or whatever?" And he'd be like, "Okay, what is it?" Yeah, listen, he'd be like, "Are you in the magic?" So he would show him this handcuff trick. He would put handcuffs on, and when he put the handcuffs on, he would show him how they got out of them. So then he was like, I'm gonna show you how to do it. So he put the handcuffs on the young boy. And the young boy would be like, "Well, I don't understand how to do it. It's not working. How do I get out of it?" And then Gacy would say to him, "You need a key." And he would be like, "What?" And he would take this rope that have already had 3 knots in it, put it over the boy's neck. You take a stick, put the stick through the knot, and as you twist it 3 to 4 times, it tightens on the neck and kills him.
Really?
Right. So he was right. So he was notorious for that. And then also, too, what he used to do also was he dressed as a clown and did
clown
parties.
Shit fucked me up.
Right. The killer. They say the killer
clown shit got me.
Like him dressing as a clown, but he always said that he liked to entertain kids, but he said it was the easy way to get cheap feels on boys by being a clown because nobody would think that.
Walk around looking like Violator from Spawn.
Right.
Yep. Then listen, it was crazy, and he figured, hey, like this is how I can maneuver and get away with things, and he did. The fact that he was sentenced to 10 years and only did 18 months was ridiculous. Not only that, when he was there, he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and also with deviant psychosis. And they were like, they didn't believe that he was treatable at all. So they ignored that and still let him go. So then when he had left Iowa, and you have to remember back then at those times, no one's corresponding with crimes in other states.
Right.
So it's like you're going to have a clean slate
wait a
when
minute.
you go somewhere.
That sounds so terrible. Neil, you got to Google the definition of deviant psychosis.
Yeah.
That sounds dangerous in itself.
Yeah.
That sounds super dangerous.
Right, yeah.
So all of these things happen.
Like a deviant psychotic, you would say. For that. Deviant psychotic, right.
But here's my thing. All of these things have happened, and then these sentences are very short.
Well, that was the first. That was the first. Right. That was the first sentence. For the 18 months. Then he got charged again with something else, and they dismissed those charges. They didn't. Right. They dismissed him with these boys. They dismissed those charges, so he didn't even have to eat that one at all. So then now he's back in Chicago. He's got the construction business, and he's luring these boys in, and he's got Cram and Rossi working with him. And now this is another thing. Now, while he's married to Carol, he is regularly sleeping with Cram and Rossi, the 2 young boys that are working with him and helping him. Yeah, he's sleeping with them on a regular basis.
Yeah, did they do a gay for pay thing, or did they
Right, yes.
Right.
So they would do, like, you can drive the truck, or I'm going to give you some extra money, or whatever it was. Gacy would always take care of them for whatever sexual favors he wanted, and they would accommodate him for whatever he asked.
That is insane.
Yeah.
When all you had to do was rob the motherfucker. All you had to do was rob him, like for real. Like, why would I do all the freak shit if I could just rob you?
Thank you. And then the crazy part is his wife would always complain, why is there such a foul odor in the house? And he'd be like, it's the sewage, and I got to get it, I got to deal with it. So he would get lime, because he ended up, I think, it was 700 pounds worth of lime that he ended up having to put into the crawl space and into the basement, because what happened was the crawl space and under the floors.
So you got the bodies decomposing like crazy.
Right. He had it all dug out. So Cram and Rossi did help him. Now, Gacy said he didn't murder, He said he had to defend himself against someone attacking him, and he put the body in a crawl space, but that was the only person. He said that was it.
Right. The whole block smelled like shit, but you try to tell us it's one person.
Right.
The one documentary I watched, the neighbors were complaining about the smell.
Right.
And did somebody call the city or something like that?
No.
But somebody eventually started digging up.
No, but listen, let me tell you exactly how it went down. Because they complained, and he's like, it's sewage and so on and so forth. And he said, this is why I have to get lime, and I'm going to try to deal with it. He said, but do you know how much it's going to cost to get all that done because of the underneath foundation of the... He had a whole story for it, even though his wife would complain. So anywho, now in 1978, Robert Peace goes missing. And Robert Peace was last seen with Gacy. So then they're like, wait, Gacy? They're like, yeah, he was last seen with Gacy. All right, well, we want to check him out.
Not John. John?
I know, right. Thank you. Mm-hmm. And it's the thing. The same John that was a chaplain, the same John that had a picture with the first lady Rosalind Carter back in the
Wow.
day. Yep. Listen,
Didn't know that.
He did Rosalind Carter with that picture. He did the political parades and organized them and orchestrated them for 3 years. Okay, at one point. Listen, he was in with everyone as far as politically connected and all that. So 1978, Robert Peace is missing. They go question him. They go to the house or whatever. They get a search warrant. They find nothing though. They find nothing for first search warrant. So they leave. So Gacy is so arrogant. He sees the cop one day, trailing him, following him, and he's in a bar, and as he's leaving out the bar in the middle of the night, he says to the cops, "I see you've been following me all night. Did you guys eat yet?" They were like, "No. We should go have some breakfast." So Gacy takes the cops out to breakfast. Swear to goodness. And they all went to breakfast in the morning. Because Gacy didn't care. This is the type of stuff Gacy did. Like, he was just arrogant, and he felt he was untouchable. So he takes the cops out to breakfast. They eat, they relax, or whatever. So then, time is going on. And then Gacy says, while they're still telling him another time, he says, "You know what? You guys should come to my house and have dinner."
Right.
And they were like, "Sure, we'll come through." And he was like, "All right, come through, have dinner, whatever," so on and so forth. So they get
both
there.
the cops, didn't he?
He's so brazen.
No, listen, he's so brazen.
Well, he thinks he can just talk his way out.
Right, he figures he can just
Wow.
listen. He figures he can say whatever he wants. So the cops are at his house. Now, one of the cops, when they go to use the bathroom, this is where the problem went. That first search warrant saw nothing, right? So they can't get another search warrant. So they're like, "Well, what can we do? We need him to confess. We need him to do something." So when the cop went to go to the bathroom, they found a class ring. Robert Peace. They found a receipt. They were like, whoa, wait a second. Because of that,
flag.
right. So they were able to go get the second warrant. When they get the second warrant, and the cop says, "Listen, when I was in the bathroom, it was a vent because the smell wasn't, he was covering up to some degree. But when he went in the bathroom, there was a vent that the smell wasn't covered up from." And the cop said, "It smells like metal. When it's smelling like decomposing body or blood, like it's like a, decomposed body smell, or when it's some blood or something, you can metal smell, you know it."
Right.
So the thing is, they were like, they get that second search warrant, they go in there, they find 3 left femurs under the floorboard. So you're like, 3 left femurs, that's 3 bodies right there. They're like, "Let's keep digging." All you find is all these bones, the femurs, the body parts, and then in the crawl space and inside of the house and around the house, 29 bodies were found. And 4 more bodies were found right next to the lake beside the house that he had put there. So it was 33 altogether. And the crazy part was that he even stated when he was in the police car the one time, he said 33. He's like, "It's more like 45. And they were like, "What did you say?" He was like, "Nothing, I'm just saying." He was like, "I'm just telling you, but whatever." He was like, "Really though?" He was like, "That one person I put in the crawl space, it was because of self-defense, but the rest of that stuff was planted there."
So,
Stop, Gacy.
wow.
That's how it came off
So-
initially. He said it was planted.
This guy, and this is what they never talk about in documentaries. They give you the sensationalized part of the story.
Right.
This stuff that you guys have been sharing is so deep that I didn't know he was so arrogant about it. Like, you brought the cops to your house?
Yes. And that's one thing about
crazy.
me. When it comes to, and this is the exact reason why I did Crimes to Remember. The thing is, I am very big on crimes. I'm like fascinated with it. But the thing is, I do my due diligence and research because I want people to understand to what depths these people go.
Right.
To commit the crimes that they do. Not only that, I do want to look at crimes that have occurred in Philadelphia. I also want to showcase crimes with missing children to help families to be able to get their children back, because I don't feel people are advocating enough for the victims. The only thing that always devastated me with all these crimes, no matter what anybody says, and I can ask anyone in America and y'all never gonna be able to do it. I want you to name 3 people that Ted Bundy killed. You can't.
I cannot.
Name 3 people that Gacy killed. You can't. Robert Peace is the only reason why we know Robert Peace is because of him is why we got the 33 bodies. The thing is, we're never going to forget how notorious these people are. But these victims, they suffered in the worst way possible.
Exactly.
And I think this is why I bring these things to light, because Gacy was more than arrogant. He just felt he was untouchable. And then he always had a comment for everything. He would always one-up you. Or he just thought he was smarter, or that you really couldn't mess with him. Because even when they sat down with him, he had a whole binder and folder of everything. He said, "Oh, well, we can go through everything." And then he thought it was funny. He was like, "Well, I did this handcuff trick." He was like, "It was great, though." He said, because he was like, "I put the handcuffs on him," and then he'd be like, "So how I'm going to get out?" And I'd be like, "You need a key." He was like, and then I would kill him. And there was one guy that he did that with that used to wrestle or whatever, a young boy, and he was on a wrestling team in the school. And Gacy went to do the handcuffs, and the guy pulled him, was like, and he put the handcuffs on Gacy, and Gacy, he was like, I think you tried to get me. And the guy was very calm. He was like, I think you tried to get me. And Gacy was like, he's like, you're the first person that I couldn't get the handcuffs on, and then not only could I not, but you got them on me. He was like, that's pretty clever. And the boy said, I was very calm, so I think Gacy looked at me like, I don't really want to play this game with him, and left it be. Thank God for that. He said, but I was calm, but I definitely could have been his victim, because when he did it, I didn't get alarmed. I just thought he was playing around. I didn't think that this is what he was really into.
He didn't know.
He did not have a clue at all.
He didn't know how close to death he was.
Right, at all. So years back when they interviewed him and he looked back, he said, I just thank God. I never knew. Right. He said, I guess maybe because I was so calm. And that's probably what it was. Because one thing about Gacy is the fear. He was like, it's the fear. He said, do you know how funny it is? You're turning a stick and you're like, and it's tightening up. And he's like, usually, and Gacy was matter of fact, he's like, maybe like about the third or fourth time you tie that stick, they're gonna just die. Yeah. He was like, anyway, he was like,
garrote, right?
Right. He was like, that knot trick is good. He was like, but I liked that I did the handcuff stuff too, though. And he was like, but I wasn't really, you would be like, I raped them. They wanted to do the stuff they did. He was like, and remember, don't call me gay, I'm bisexual.
Yeah, right. This is, hold on, Denny. So just imagine all this. He like says all this. He confesses at one point. Like they pick him up.
Right.
He basically he's like, oh, yeah, boys, I'll come in. Yeah, sure. I'm innocent. We'll get all this cleared up, like that kind of thing. They're like, dude, we're collecting evidence on you. We're catching you. Like, right. And he's like, no. He goes in, he starts talking to them, and they start peeling away stuff. He starts kind of just talking, right? And this is in that period. Then he doesn't like that he's too close, right? Doesn't he? Right. And then he gets out. They let him out of the precinct, even though he kind of talked to them, I think, for a little bit. And then they eventually come and arrest him.
Right.
That is crazy.
Right. And that's the thing. Like at first it was like, it was one person and they're planting bodies. And then he was like, I don't understand how you could charge me with 33 murders. You think I did all 33 of them?
Yeah.
My man. You want me to think that 28 bodies were planted and you did one? Stop playing with me. And then he tried to say, well, I believe it was like 4 people that were involved. He was like Cram, Rossi, Phillip, and someone else. He said, I think those are the ones. Right. He said, I think those are the ones who put all the... Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. This is my thing.
He lies like 40 different times.
The fact that you admitted that it was self-defense with one person that you had to kill because they were trying to kill you. Right. And you put under the crawl space. So then you mean to tell me your other friends happened to know that one person in crawl space and was like, we're just going to plan on everybody else with you? Come on, Gacy. Like, you just don't make any sense.
But you know what, though? I honestly believe he was so arrogant. And this happens with a lot of these people. They want to be caught. They want to be sensationalized. They want to be famous for being infamous.
Oh, definitely.
So I think
Richard Ramirez loved it.
Yeah,
when he got his teeth fixed, he would wear suits to court. Oh, he loved it. Oh, yeah. He thought he was the best thing that happened. And it was crazy because I was just like, something's really wrong with you.
In their mind, he's like, I'm a star. Look at me. Everybody knows me.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy, I believe, knew he was playing games with the police officers.
Oh yeah, he definitely did. But he thought it was a joke, and not only that, he thought he could still maneuver and get away with things. And then he got apprehended in December 21st, 1978, and of course he was sentenced to death row. So he was on death row for 14 years, and then he ended 14 years, and then he ended up getting lethal injection May 10th, 1994. But before he had gotten his injection, there in the picture,
John,
I know May 10th, right? May 10th, right? With your lethal injection, it's crazy because, like they say, lethal injection. He just, went to sleep and just died. But his victims had far more worse of a fate than his. He definitely got off easy with that. But he was arrogant, and he just didn't care. And it's sad because he leaves behind 2 children, and. His one wife said, she was like, he would slip out at night or he would do things. And she's like, I used to always say, why is house smelling? He always had a lie but he was so controlling, but he was convincing. He was nice. He politicked with everyone and was helpful. And so he made you think that, that he wasn't a bad person. But the sad part is that's what predators do. They usually give you a false sense of security. Yes, before they do what they do. So that's the sad part about that. But... yeah, Gacy was a beast. He was a force to be reckoned with. So, unfortunately, it's nothing worse than when you have to highlight a notorious criminal like that.
I don't give him no props for that. I'm gonna tell you why. Mm-hmm. He was crazy. I want to do one where we do it on a person that almost got away with it because they were smart.
The crazy part is I am doing something on a person, but they did get away with it.
Oh,
there's
got away
nothing
with it.
right. There's nothing they could do. So now they've had one story on him, and the reason why it's one story is who the hell wants to do a story on someone who did get away? Like that makes the criminal that makes everyone look like a failure because you are because the way it was handled was horrible. So yes, he did. He spent some time in a mental facility. That's it. Then other than that, nope. And it is believed to have 26 under the belt. Actually, but the thing is, it's nothing you can do. So now you look back and you just have to wonder, like, what if? Because it's very rare that, and that's the one criminal that I was saving. It's very rare for you to come across a criminal and they'd be like, but he did get away with it. You're like, and he did. He just passed on his terms and that's it. So you're never going to have an answer or find out, which will definitely blow your mind, though.
Right.
But yeah, John Wayne Gacy was a force to be reckoned with. But, as always, let us know
It was crazy.
what crimes you want to talk about next. I think I have to break down for the next episode. I'm not sure. And give you the new dirt on the Menendez and Menudo brother. But I'm not sure yet. I gotta dig in my archive. Because
crazy.
everyone's going to know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, this case is going to mess around and get opened back up. It definitely is. They've got enough. Listen, when you have circumstantial evidence or things that are coming to light,
right.
yeah, you have to. It's only right. Whether they want it to happen or some people do or don't, unfortunately, yep, it's going to start
Can
a
we
whole
talk
other
about
thing.
them just a little teeny bit?
No, because I gotta save it. Look at because I gotta save it in
do it,
suspense.
Okay, all right.
Yes, because it's gonna be too intense.
Conversation.
But trust me, I am. I think that's exactly what we're gonna do next. Make sure you go on Crimes to Remember and like.
Crimes to remember.
Yes, thank you. We have to make Denny keep repeating it so he gets it right. That's his homework assignment.
Crimes to remember.
I can't stand him. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Crimes to Remember. Also, please comment. Let us know what you want to hear about. Let us know your thoughts and what you think and your opinions. I definitely try to always reply to people's messages or get back to you. And if you want to promote your business or anything you have going on, please reach out to us. We will be right back for our second segment.
I'm Denny Live, and welcome back to Crimes to Remember with Shari and Neil. And we're going to talk about Irk Your Soul. This is a segment where you get to talk about the things that get on your nerves the most. Not your nose. I'm sorry for the cocaine users. Not your nose, your nerves. We know it gets in your nose. Shari, what irks your soul?
Oh, no. You know what? Now, normally I would take the floor with this,
Right.
but because I'm petty, because I am, call me
right.
Petty Betty, Neil, because Neil's going to say something that's going to irk my soul, similar like what you do.
Right.
And then I'll be like, boom, I'm going to take off on a tangent.
Okay, great.
Because you already know that I'm a little irked by y'all,
Yeah.
but I'm going to let the audience members figure it out, though.
Okay, so-
Neil, how's your relationship going, Neil?
So
What relationship? I'm not in
Oh,
a
because you're single now.
relationship.
That's right. My first.
Yeah,
You wanted to be out.
I've been single
Okay,
for
you
a
wanted to
bit
be
now.
out. Okay. How long was it? Did it last?
You know what, Shari, first time listener, long time caller. My irk my soul this week is that I'm just not allowed to be single. Apparently, that's the issue. A lot of people have come up to me and been like, "What? Are you single now? That's crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm single." So. Whatever.
Now they want to lock you
I'm
in.
allowed to be single. I'm allowed to. That's what irks my soul. Is everyone wants me to pair up with somebody else that maybe they don't love me and I don't love them, and that's what you guys would like.
So
But no,
basically what you've
I'm out
been
there
doing,
playing the
Neil-
But this is
field.
the thing. You think it's okay to spend years with a female and just not propose?
She didn't want to get married. She did not. I know the whole you're gonna do the stereotype thing of genuinely, but when I tell you I looked in this woman's eyes, she was like, I want to do my career and I do not want to get married. Straight up.
And they say that.
And it's actually flipped the other way where she knew I wanted to get
How
married.
old? Was she
eventually.
young? Was she?
Yeah, same age.
She
See,
ain't
now
gonna-
I've irked your soul in
She ain't
deeper.
gonna find another motherfucker. This might irk
Right.
your soul.
My
Totally.
thing is, it'd be different if she was
That's
like
fine.
25 or 30 even.
Sure.
If she didn't want to give, because I can understand. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was never big on commitment or relationships. I never liked that coming up. I didn't. I liked to travel. I worked. I did me, and I felt titles were overrated. That just was my opinion.
Once you tell Shari, I love you, whoa, you're fucking up our
Right,
thing.
right,
You're
right.
fucking up our thing. We had a good thing.
I know, but it's nothing worse than somebody saying something stupid. Yeah, you're like, don't do that. You're gonna ruin the moment for everybody. But this is the thing. As you get older, you get to a point where you're like, okay, I can see myself with someone because you want to build with someone. Okay,
Right.
you have to be realistic. You want to build with someone. But my thing is, and I think women have noticed this too. But this is your opinion. Now you're married,
Right.
But now, did you and your wife take a wild, or were you guys on the same timeline, same time frame as when you wanted to get married?
We were on the same page. It's just we didn't plan it the way we wanted to plan it.
Right, but how long were you guys together before you got married?
Oh, a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it though. I think that irks women. And I know that some men look at it like, I don't see the problem. It's not like I don't love you. I'm with you. I hear you. But how long does a broad gotta wait for a ring? Now, I know some people look at it like, well, you realize with the ring comes marriage. Well, there's no guarantee of the marriage. The point is, though, I'm just being realistic. Why can't a broad get a ring? That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't have to give you the marriage. I mean, God forbid if I don't marry you, maybe I'll give you a ring.
So
back,
listen, if you don't get a ring,
have a great story about buying a chick furniture. If you want to do this again,
I won't get a problem. I'm gonna be a heartfelt person right now. Ladies, listen to me. If you don't get a ring and then married within a year of the ring or sooner, he don't fuck with you like that.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna marry you within a year of the ring. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Sure does.
Okay. Well, it takes time. I want the ring. Listen, the
How
thing
does
is,
it take time? You got the ring
right,
because
listen,
I love you. I can't live without you, bitch. That's why you getting the ring. Now I put the ring on your finger. Why don't we take a month to have some meetings, business meetings about the new house, what we gonna do with our money, shit like that, and plan this motherfucking wedding, bitch. I'm not waiting for you. No, 55 years.
Whoa. Oh no. Listen. First of all,
what do you think about a long engagement?
Right. Yes.
Okay, listen.
That's
what she's
gonna
Any guy that wants a long relationship don't fuck with you like that. It ain't no long engagement.
No, it is. No, you need a long engagement to make sure you know where you're at.
If we get engaged at 18, motherfucker, we got a long engagement. But at 176, we need to get married tomorrow, bitch.
Denny, Shari takes her.
What is so wrong?
She's like a
My
whole
thing is
fucking
this.
dude.
She would
What
take
is
her long
wrong with
engagement
getting a ring?
away from her
Listen, it's not that, but
fiance
you
in
tryna-
Puerto Rico.
Like you just trying to box me in. Like I mean,
Right.
Like, all I'm saying is,
Dog, hey, wait.
She's just trying to get this
Let me
ring
give you
and
this
run.
scenario. We've been fucking for 4 years. Now, Shari's different. You might halfway live with her, but not all the way.
This man you love somebody, but you
she don't
live with
fuck with the dude like that.
Right.
Oh, that's a lot. Listen, whoa. Watch your tone. The point is, though, listen, watch your tone. I won't get in trouble. The thing is, though, this is the point, right? Like, listen, but this is the point. You can love someone, okay? You can really love them. It's always different types of love that are encompassed. All I'm saying is
nobody got time for different kinds of love.
Yeah,
this dick leads to marriage, okay? Every time I come, my love secretions come out. It's deeper than all that bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm a Taurus. I'm a man, but I'm like a whole chick. Bitch.
My thing is this: if you got me the ring and I'm still with you, then I'm with you.
Right.
Like,
She ring loves you. She doesn't marry.
Oh,
She
my
loves
God.
you.
That motherfucker will. I tell you what, I'll put one of them cherry flavored annihilators around her fucking motherfucking finger. With cherry flavored lifesavers around your fucking. Ain't nobody playing no games.
What is wrong with getting her the ring? Like that shows your love.
How do you feel?
This is why women be fucked up sometimes. Bitch, the day you get the ring is the day we go shopping for the fucking dress.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know what size I'll be then, so you gotta wait.
Whatever, we get that motherfucker let out,
Right.
take it in, whatever fuck we need. Everybody playing no games.
Let out.
Real motherfuckers want to get married for real. See, that's why the men out here. If you don't fuck with her, you can stay engaged for 7 years and ruin the bitch life. If you love her for real, get engaged and start planning the wedding. Take control of the wedding planning. It ain't all about the woman, it's about you. You know who's gonna be in the wedding. You got your homies. You know what color tuxes y'all wearing. Yeah. You know everything. Plan your shit. If you love that motherfucker, all right. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying you can't love a person, but you ever realize though too, Neil, you never been married, right?
No, I've never been married.
Okay, right. So this is my thing though. It's some people that, or some men out here that have been married once, and now you know they'll meet women and be like, oh, she get married again. Some of them are just fucked up in the head. They're not even worth your time. Like some men that have been married once because the chick or that bitch that like, oh, rubbed you the wrong way. Like get fucking therapy. I could care less. Rubbed you the wrong way. So then you're kind of useless to good women. So, but not all. But I mean, it's some of them. You've been married once and y'all, you know, I don't know if she just screwed you or cheated. I really don't care about your backstory. The point is like pull it together and just move on. But the thing is, I don't see anything wrong with you getting a ring to symbolize your love.
Right.
And then rushing to get into marriage is dumb. Just because you get engaged.
If you're a certain age, you're not rushing. It's your first of all, listen, you get to a certain age, you are knocking on heaven's door, motherfucker. You don't want to die by yourself. Marry that motherfucker. If you're over 35 years old, yo, get the fuck married. Yo, listen, this how it should go. Hey, what's up? I like you. You know, what the fuck wrong with you? Crazy? I'm gonna be honest with you. These are my little things. You might think it's crazy. Can you deal with that? What about you? Okay, you try chop the heads off chickens. You know what? As long as you ain't fucking with no humans, I can deal with that. Listen, I think we can do something together. So my finances look like this. What your finances look like? Okay, look, this is what I'm gonna do. My promise is not to put my dick in over bitches. I'm gonna come over every day on time. You had a passcode to my phone. You can have all my email address passcodes because I want to build the trust.
We don't need the passcodes. To
See,
that's a little much.
Listen, once you do something like that, you're gonna build trust.
You
build
You're
trust.
looking for a man sometimes who buys you gifts, I think is what I understand.
That's what it's always been.
Right?
Bring your dick over
Which
here.
I
No,
get
you
it.
can't stay.
No,
Okay,
I'm not harping on that. I'm
you
saying
can't
that's
stay.
a
Bring your
great
dick over
thing.
here. No, you can't stay.
Phil, I'm really offended over here, guys.
Really?
Why are you offended? I know it's motherfuckers that we know that you don't know that I know that have said this to me
And
about
I don't
you.
know that he knows that you don't know.
And I was like, she does. I told somebody, I said, she does seem like that type. Because the person came to me upset.
That's who I want to be.
I don't know why the fuck people come to me like, you know, Shari. Yeah. You know we used to mess around, right? I had no idea. Is y'all messing around? Yo, calm the fuck down. I said it at least 3 times. Yo, no. The consensus is with the guys you kicked to the curb, she was too motherfucking friendly with a lot of niggas. I don't like that. And that always hurts their soul. You never find a dude who want to come get some pussy and leave. Everybody you fuck want to marry you and take you away and be crying
tough.
later. And he's a big, hardcore gangster nigga.
It's gotta be
And they be
tough out
crying
there.
and shit. And I'm like, I gotta tell you the truth about this. I said to somebody jokingly, I would never want none of that pussy. Because that shit is making motherfuckers go ballistic out here. And when I said it,
The burden.
other comedians was around said, yeah, I don't think I want none of that. She bad motherfucker. I don't think I want none of that.
Oh, wow. Look.
And we all had a session where you admitted, I was in my feelings over a bitch like that one time before. I never want to go there again. That shit had me acting stupid.
The power that you wield.
That's the power
It's
that you
too
wield.
strong.
Some dudes are just attracted to women like her. You know you never gonna have that motherfucker, but you gonna fuck with her anyway. You got you might get some good pussy, and she might be screaming for Jesus. And then once you stop screaming for Jesus, okay, you can go, but you're just calling for the Lord. So I'm like, oh God, yeah, that's what I say when I'm fucking. But now that we're not fucking in this present moment, I'm back to my senses. Listen, I gotta go to bed. I got 4 businesses to run tomorrow. I can't.
What? Shut up.
I'm not gonna be able to scramble eggs and none of that bullshit.
You said I'm not gonna- hey, so rude. I will cook. Listen, and I'm a good cook, but it just depends. Like, and that's what makes me. Listen, nothing worse than a man be like, "You gonna cook for me?" You be like, "Of course I'm not gonna cook for you." Like, what the fuck do you mean? You
When the last time
depressive.
somebody asked you to cook for them? Most niggas get out the bed and cook for you. Babe, I got you something.
No, listen, I will cook for you when I really want you, but I mean, I'm not cooking for you if I'm not trying to.
So
Keep that.
Toni
like,
Morrison,
get over it.
she really wanted him a long time ago. She was in the 6th grade. She made a bologna and cheese sandwich for that motherfucker. This is how long it's been since she really wanted a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Y'all are just around.
I don't know what irked. I don't know whose irked those soul that was, but it was good.
Yeah.
I don't know which one that was, but that was a good one.
She was
Really? Do you
No,
do
you
you
were-
guys feel you were productive in this?
I think we got to the bottom line of some shit because you have guy
think we did.
tendencies. I've said it to you several times.
Well, everyone said that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. All my friends have said that.
I don't get
I mean, I can't. I can't think of one. Even my girlfriends be like, because they've come to me and they're like, "You're such like a Negro." They're like, "I can't with you." They're like, "Bitch, you just." It's like you have no feelings. And it's not that I have no feelings. Listen, I'm emotional. I have feelings. It's not that. It's just I can't deal with certain bitch ass ways. That's all.
Right.
And then also too, another thing that makes me laugh is some men where they feel like, "Oh, I messed with you," and they be like, "Oh, she's gonna be in love." With that dick you just put out? Of course not. I don't even want you to call me. Like, if I had to rate it on the stock market, bitch, you just tanked. Like, stop flattering yourself. I'm more impressed by my performance than anybody else. Secondly, calm down, dog. Like, some people are just so wild with themselves. You're like, check yourself. It's not that deep.
What about a motherfucker that's engulfed with you and just wants to be good to you?
I would love that.
You would?
Why
On a
wouldn't I?
monthly subscription.
Okay, well shit, I don't know.
I don't listen. My thing is this. Yes, that's how I've always been. The statements you made. Okay, I'll agree to that. This is the point though. As you get older, you start to change. Now, I'm not gonna say I completely changed and that I still don't have that shit with me. I do, but give me credit for certain things. I think our bartender is gonna tone down some of my friendliness and the being out and all that. So yeah, it is. But don't get me wrong, it's certain things that needed to be reeled in and I needed to stop. I'll be honest with myself. I don't have to lie. But whether I want to hear it out loud or not, I agree. But I think I'm working on me to get to a certain point where I can appreciate some things more than the others. How about that? Certain things I might not appreciate before that I would appreciate now.
Oh man, this irked my soul. Went all the way full. We're back. We're helping each other now.
Okay,
we're like
great,
you're making a change. We're making the change to the soul.
Support group.
Let me tell you something. If somebody walk up to me and be like, "Sherry, you look like you're about to be a better person," I'm like, bitch, I smack you. Don't do that. You be like, don't do that.
We need to make this a whole nother episode. Right. This is bigger than irk your soul. This is a come to Jesus moment.
He's gonna come to Jesus moment.
Almost, not all the way, because you still ain't shit.
You know
but
what?
you came close to being shit, and letting out some of your I guess kind of real feelings. I won't call it that, because some of these feelings are still fucked up. You had transparency.
I'm being honest, right? I know, I'm honest. Some shit with me, and then being friendly, and because it's certain things. It's certain things when especially if you get engaged or you're married. It's certain ways you have to represent your partner. It's certain respect levels to that. So that was the main reason why, as far as like commitment or titles, or I wouldn't do that, because I'm not going to be with someone and make them look bad. That's what I don't want to do.
Right.
And I wouldn't make vows to a man and dishonor God, no matter what, at the end of the day. So, like, it's just certain choices I made that I was never that dumb.
That's why you got a hard time with the commitment thing, as far as calling it something. Baby, listen, I know you're into me. I'm into you a little bit, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm a little bit out there, and you tell your friends about me. I'm going to make you like a fucking fool. You be looking like a fool in these streets, because I'm not all the way faithful with you. Baby.
No, it's not a point of not being faithful. No, it's not a point of not being faithful.
Baby,
I'm friendly, and men don't like that, though.
Baby, I'm friendly, and sometimes I'm friendly. I'm friendly with a motherfucker I be trying to fuck with. So I don't want you like a fool out here, because I'm going to tell you, I'm a little bit not shit.
No, that's one thing. Listen,
I don't want you to get my car and die, but I'm not going to treat you like a king either.
Listen, that's one thing I'm not going to do. No, all that sleeping with different. No, that's one thing I won't do. No, it's just that I might not want the title, but I'm still not going to. I'm not going to disrespect my body on that level. Let's put it like that.
When women sleep around, and these are the good women, it's always one other motherfucker they're giving the pussy to. Just one.
I don't. And let me tell you why I don't agree with that. I don't. And the reason why I say that is, if the person I'm hooking up with isn't a 10 as far as dick wise, then I'm gonna cut you off. Like I don't do charity work. Like I've fed the homeless before for years, but I'm not going to do mediocre dick. That's what I'm not going to do.
Best case scenario, this motherfucker dick dastardly, and the other motherfucker he almost dick dastardly.
But it's right. There is no other, because this is my thing. Right. As long as your game is good, then we're going to rock out and be good together. Right, because, listen, it's certain things you're going to do. Listen, if we're wild, no one else is going to see that. Listen, so that's why I say you can't be who you want to be across the board. Yeah. So that's why, as far as with one person.
You're going to one well.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You go to one well.
Every chick got two motherfuckers.
Get into one well.
Every chick got two motherfuckers. Sherry full of shit right now.
No, I'm honest.
All you guys, I love her so much, she loves me. Your bitch got enough motherfucker. Okay?
No, first of all, y'all dummies usually have 3, because that's how y'all operate. Y'all always have to have 3 bitches on deck.
Us?
Y'all
the boys?
Yeah, all you men. 3. Y'all your magic number is 3.
She ain't lying.
See, you losers. I swear to God. This is when Denny goes back to irking my soul.
Now,
all right.
I'm telling you.
Back to the irking.
I'm telling the truth, because when I was out there being the thought, I had 3 at a time.
3 at a time. Nice.
Neil, you're never going to admit to anything, are you?
I've never dated more. I've never dated more than one woman.
Never?
I swear, never. I mean, okay, so we're talking like going on dates, right? Like, when I was a teenager, I dated a couple of girls. Like we would go on dates. I've never cheated on anyone.
You never did that?
I've never cheated.
All right, so listen. This is why
I was raised by women, dude.
hey, we all are. We're the worst horror motherfuckers.
I was like only raised by women.
I need to do like this here.
All female wolves.
Summer's coming.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you 2 hot boy summers. I'm granting you 2 hot boy summers, 2 hot boy winters.
Okay.
Rest of this year,
right?
Just fuck randomly.
Just go crazy.
Meet one. Hey, listen, I'm Neil.
What do you think?
I look like one of the cool white boys on one of those TV shows.
Yeah,
right. I think I can measure up to some of those guys. Listen, why don't you come through? We have some drinks. I live in a really nice spot, and if you want to, just give me some pussy later. How about that?
Denny is a hoe and a pimp, and I do not want you taking.
What are you talking about?
These are great.
Neil, you're never going to look like this again. You're never going to like this. Is it for you?
This is it.
This is your time. This motherfucker's a good looking white boy.
It's only downhill from here.
I didn't say he isn't.
If you don't know, ladies, listen to me. This is like he like one of the white boys on Young and the Restless.
Okay, listen, we're gonna find Neil. He doesn't want to go.
No, I don't want to find Neil shit. I want Neil to be a whore. No,
just so he doesn't come on camera, but he's good looking and his shoe size is big.
Neil, be a
so you bitches go from there.
Listen, you got to bring Neil on camera just one time. Like, hey, this is Neil. We got to do a segment. This is Neil. This is Neil. Okay. I'll do all the commentary. You looking for somebody?
So this is how we do it.
You looking
Maybe next episode we'll finally reveal who Neil is.
We're gonna reveal who Neil is. You got to see this. Listen, all you women out there, they thought the $6 Million Man was sexy. You like Tom Cruise and all these other crazy ass white boys. This motherfucker is all them put together in one.
We're going to plugs. I'm calling it.
You don't even know he a tech nerd motherfucker. You don't even no idea he a tech nerd motherfucker. Because he don't look like a tech nerd motherfucker.
And he can make you laugh.
And he'll make you laugh.
What's up, ladies? You like to laugh and you want me to organize your Google account? Yeah, girl. You want me to get in there, just work out in Google Drive right now?
I'm going to tell you Neil's type. You got to
compress and back
be
stuff
like
up.
a tatted up goth chick with some big ass porno film titties.
Hey.
All right?
Neil was like, that sounds like the girl I was hanging with last night.
Hey, why not?
I would also take any other type of woman with big ass titties.
Neil was like, if your titties aren't as big, I don't want you to be discriminated against.
Your titties have to start at Shari's size. Shari's a 42 quadruple Z.
You know what?
But Shari weighs like 140 pounds.
Yeah, we're going to need to.
I can't stand you.
Yeah, you got to go get them out of the trunk right now, right?
You know what? Oh my goodness, y'all are hysterical.
Now, I don't know if we're going to do the next episode. One of these episodes, we're going to reveal Neil to you ladies.
I'm trying to think.
Like that.
Neil, answer me this. When have we had this much fun apart? I'm just curious because I swear to goodness, today was very adventuresome. It really was. This was adventuresome.
Listen, man.
You guys ready for plugs?
Yes, we are ready for plugs.
Yes, because we gotta. All right, I'm Denny Live. Follow me on Instagram at Denny Live TV. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on all things Denny Live on social media because what's happening is people need to follow me because that's where you get the money from.
You said that's where you get the money from.
Yes, that's where you get
the money.
You
are hysterical. Only Denny Live. Our plug is... Oh, Denny, what shows do you have coming up? That's what
I have a show on May 13th, June 11th, June 18th, and I'm coming back to St. Louis, Missouri for the big comedy show. I forgot where it was, but I'll advertise it. Follow me on social media, and I'll give you all the information. I'm not like Smiles Pretty or Pretty Smiles or Two-Fist Wonder, whatever motherfucking name is. But yes, I will advertise that. You guys book Denny Live. I'll give you some really good comedy for a really good price you can afford. My price starts at $47, but we can work it out.
Oh, my goodness. You and your 47 magic number. I can't stand you. Anywho, you guys can follow me on Comedian Shari on Instagram, Shari Franklin on Facebook. And then, of course, I definitely want you to come check out all our episodes on Crimes to Remember. We've been doing really good, and we want to keep the momentum going. So tell your friends. Make sure you go on, you like it. Subscribe, comment. Please let us know what stories you want to hear. Or if it's subjects that you want us to talk about as we go off on a tangent, we will definitely bring them up. But please let us know what you want to hear. Give us your feedback. And also contact us if you want to promote your business. Thanks so much for coming out for Crimes to Remember. I'm Shari Franklin with co-host Denny Live. Sign out, Denny.
Crimes to Remember.
I can't stand you.
Tune in. Subscribe. I almost said the other wrong name, but it's Crimes to Remember.
Only Denny. I swear to God, I can't.
All right?
Only Denny hurts my soul like
again.
this.
This has been Crimes to Remember with comedian Shari. Subscribe on YouTube at Crimes to Remember, rate and review us on your favorite audio platform, and follow us on Instagram at comedian Shari.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.